quiet town of Evergreen, Monika prepared for another lonely Christmas Eve. The old Victorian house creaked as wind whistled through gaps in withered wood. Monika's world, a dimly lit living room, faded tinsel on a sparse tree, the weight of past holidays heavy in the air. She'd always loved Christmas, but this year it was different. Monika stared at the single gift beneath the tree, a small box wrapped in memories. The clock struck midnight as Monika poured another glass of mulled wine. Evergreen, a town with hidden holiday secrets, founded in 1843 by settlers seeking a new start. Whispers of miracles and things that stir on Christmas Eve. One tale kept appearing in local lore. The Midnight Santa, a figure of joy or dread, leaving behind only whispers of wonder and fear. Monika's mind wandered to Christmases past. Unexplained occurrences, eerie sightings. Always dismissed, always explained away. But now, it was her turn to face the unknown. With a deep breath, Monika made a decision. She would stay awake all through the night. Each hour, a vigil for lost hope. The floorboards creaked beneath her feet, as if trying to warn her away. But Monika pressed on, drawn by an unseen force and the need for answers. The night seemed to stretch endlessly, as if welcoming her, or perhaps trapping her. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of pine and forgotten carols. Shadows danced on walls adorned with faded decorations, whispering tales of past joys. Monika's candle flickered, revealing strange shapes and shattered remnants of holiday cheer. She thought of her family, gone now, their laughter echoing only in memory. Her heart raced as she approached the fireplace. Each step, a groan of protest beneath her feet. The deeper the night grew, the more oppressive the silence became, as if the very walls were closing in, hiding their secrets. Monika's mind flashed to her research. Decades of unexplained phenomena, all centered on Christmas Eve. A whisper echoed behind her. Monika whirled around, candle flame dancing wildly. Nothing, just shadows and the ticking of the old clock. But then, she heard it. The faint jingle of bells. Coming from outside, impossible at this hour. Monika's heart pounded as she approached the window. Frost patterns, eerily beautiful, obscured her view. With trembling hands, she wiped a small circle clear. And there, in the swirling snow, a figure stood, red coat stark against the white. Memories of old legends flooded back. Of the Midnight Santa, of wishes granted and souls tested. Monika's mind raced, connecting the dots. The town's history, the recurring visitations. The air grew heavy around her, as if awakening from a long slumber. And then she heard it. Knocking, coming from the front door. Join us, Monika, a voice seemed to say. You're part of this now. You can't escape. Panic gripped her heart. She had to hide. This wasn't just Christmas Eve. It was something beyond her understanding. But as she turned to flee, the living room door slammed shut. Monika pulled at the handle. It wouldn't budge. The knocking grew louder, closer, surrounding her, enveloping her. She pressed her back against the wall, trapped as shadows took form around her. The silent night visitor had come, and Monika was about to learn its darkest secrets. Monika's heart pounded, echoing in the oppressive silence. The knocking grew louder, more insistent. Shadows danced at the edge of her vision, taking form, then dissolving into mist. She tried to steady her breathing, but the air felt thick, heavy with anticipation. The Christmas tree lights flickered ominously, casting eerie shadows on faded family photos. Monika's mind raced, searching for an explanation. But logic seemed to stretch endlessly, a labyrinth of impossibilities. She thought of her neighbors, sleeping peacefully. Would anyone hear her if she screamed? The knocking coalesced into a rhythm. Ancient carols, promises of joy, and warnings of judgment. Monika's candle sputtered, then died, plunging her into a darkness so complete it felt alive. She fumbled in her pocket, hands shaking, for the lighter she always carried, just in case. The small flame sputtered to life, revealing frost patterns creeping across the windows. In that brief illumination, Monika saw it. A face pressed against the glass, eyes hollow and searching. The lighter went out, leaving only after images, burned into her retinas and her memory. Monika struck the lighter again, desperate to find a way out, to escape this nightmare. But each flame revealed new horrors, the room transforming, defying logic and reason. Tinsel writhed like silver snakes. Ornaments shattered, scattering shards across the floor. The knocking grew more urgent, calling her name, promising answers to all her questions. Monika felt her resolve weakening. The temptation to open the door, to embrace the unknown, growing stronger. She thought of all the lonely Christmases, the family she'd lost, the joy that had faded year by year. The midnight Santa offered companionship, but at what cost? What price would she have to pay? Monika's fingers brushed against gold metal. Her mother's locket, a reminder of love that endured. With renewed determination, she pushed away from the wall, each step a battle against the night's pull. The knocking turned to pounding, then scraping. The very walls seemed to reach for her, clawing at her clothes. Monika's mind flashed to childhood Christmases. Focus on the good memories, stay grounded in love. She recited old carols under her breath, anchoring herself to reality as the world twisted around her. The air grew colder, frost forming on her eyelashes. Each exhale a cloud of vapor, quickly swallowed by shadows. Monika's teeth chattered, her body shivering. But she pressed on, one foot in front of the other. The living room door seemed no closer, as if she were running in place, trapped in an endless loop. But then, a glimmer of hope. A faint light, barely visible beneath the door. Monika moved towards it, fighting against the current of darkness. Each step harder than the last, as if wading through molasses. The pounding rose to a crescendo, a cacophony of bells and whispers, begging her to stay, threatening, pleading. With one final push, Monika reached the door. Her hand closed around the icy doorknob, twisting with all her might. The silent night visitor awaited, and Monika was about to face her darkest Christmas yet. Monika's hand trembled on the icy doorknob. As she twisted it, the door swung open with a haunting creak. A gust of frigid air rushed in, carrying whispers of forgotten carols and lost joy. She stepped into the hallway, each floorboard groaning beneath her feet. The house seemed different, unfamiliar, as as if the very walls had shifted in the night. Monika's breath came in short gasps, visible in the air like fleeting ghosts. She moved towards the front door, drawn by an unseen force and the need for answers. The pounding had ceased, replaced by an eerie silence more terrifying than any noise. Frost patterns danced across the windows, creating images of wintry scenes, both beautiful and chilling. Monika's hand reached for the front door, her fingers barely grazing the cold metal of the handle. She hesitated, heart racing, torn between curiosity and fear. With a deep breath, she pulled the door open. The night air rushed in, carrying with it the scent of pine and peppermint. And there, on her doorstep, stood a figure in red, eyes twinkling with otherworldly light. "Merry Christmas, Monika," it spoke, its voice a mixture of warmth and ancient wisdom. Monika stood frozen, unable to speak, as the figure held out a small, wrapped gift. "You've been alone too long," it continued. "It's time to remember the true spirit of Christmas." With trembling hands, Monika accepted the gift. As her fingers touched the paper, memories flooded back. Christmases past, filled with laughter and love. Family gatherings, now faded like old photographs. Tears welled in her eyes as she unwrapped the gift, revealing a snow globe. Inside, a perfect replica of her childhood home. Surrounded by the family she'd lost. "They're always with you," the figure whispered. "In your heart, in your memories." Monika looked up, questions forming on her lips. But the figure was gone, leaving only footprints in the snow. She stepped outside, the cold biting at her skin. The night was silent, save for the distant chiming of church bells. Monika clutched the snow globe to her chest, feeling a warmth spread through her, chasing away the chill. She looked up at the star-filled sky, and for the first time in years, she smiled. The silent night visitor had come, not to haunt, but to heal. Monika turned back to her home. The shadows now seemed less threatening, the silence less oppressive. She closed the door behind her, but left it unlocked, a symbol of her newly opened heart. As dawn broke over Evergreen, Monika slept peacefully, the snow globe on her nightstand. And in the soft light of Christmas morning, she awoke to the sound of carolers outside her window. The magic of the midnight Santa lingered, a reminder that even in the darkest nights, hope can be found if we're brave enough to open the door. Monika rose, ready to face the day, and perhaps to create new Christmas memories. For in Evergreen, where seasons change, the spirit of Christmas remains a silent keeper of joy. Monika had faced her loneliest night, and emerged with a heart rekindled by holiday magic. And so, the legend of the Silent Night Visitor lives on. A tale of sorrow transformed and hope eternal, where the line between reality and miracle is as thin as the frost on a Christmas morning window.